With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster, and welcome to another special recruitment video in Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones. Last time I did one of these videos, I got the dog-eared football mag and got all of the OG Raimon players like Sean, Hurley, Axel, Mark, all of them. This time, I've got an even rarer item to get truly the rarest of the rare players. The Flags of the World is a 5 to 10% rarity drop from Team Bolt in the old school route run by Mr Wintersea in the past. I think the Nostalgic Song is a similar rarity, but that one only had Jude locked behind it. Whereas with the Flags of the World, we can get all these players from the FFI in Inazuma 11.3, and the main ones that we're going to be focusing on today: Jordan Greenway, my favourite character from the OG timeline, as well as the top striker Xavier, who we can meet in the past, and we'll also get the one in the middle, Dave Quagmire, the captain of Epsilon. So we're going to be getting those three players, except Quagmire I've already got because he just needed the Alius Soap Crystal, a drop from Chaos in the old school route. Relatively rare, but once you've got it, that's it. But we're also not just going to be getting the young versions of Quagmire, Greenway and Xavier, but we're also going to be getting their alien forms and their adult forms. So only Jordan and Xavier actually have recruitment dialogue, while Quagmire's just going to be along for the ride. But for now, let's start Jordan Greenway's quiz, round 1. His first location is in the shopping area over at this cafe, and I must remind you, this is brand new to me. I have never done any of these scenes before, and when Jordan is my favourite character from the first three, from the original trilogy, yeah, I'm excited to do this. Hello, are you interested in having me on your team by any chance? I knew it, just knew it. While they do say the early bird catches the worm, perhaps you'll be able to catch me. I specialise in proverb quizzes. See if you can get all my questions right. Okay, here's the first question. All you have to do is tell me what the word should be in the blank space. Proverb quiz, question 1. A blank in the hand is worth 2 in the butt. What kind of proverb is this? I've never heard this in my life. I guess a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. It seems most likely, but let's see what happens if we get it wrong. Let's just pick a panda and flub it on purpose. It's got unique dialogue as well. Pandas are adorable for sure, but you're looking for something a bit smaller. Well, let's get it in reverse order then. So my answer was the bird. What would happen if I picked the wolf? A wolf? I think having one of those in the hand would be a bit dangerous. Right, yo. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm loving this. Obviously Xavier is not going to have as much to do in comparison to Jordan, but just to have all this dialogue for the very first time. This game's been out for 5 years, and I've never read this from my favourite character. In fact, I was trying to get Jordan in the first place that put me off the post game of Chrono Stones. As soon as I beat the game, I wanted Jordan, and then turned out he was one of the hardest characters in the game to get. Oops. Now Jordan really takes some finding, because the next clue was just he's somewhere beyond time and space. But that apparently means the top of the bridge in Bakumatsu City Riverbank. Hello again. Are you ready for round 2 of the proverb quiz? They say that fortune favours the bold after all. Question number 2. This proverb is about talking talks and walking walks. Let's see if you know it. Just like before, all you have to do is fill in the blank and Bob's your uncle. Proverb quiz, question 2. Actions speak louder than words. I can tell you that one without even reading the bottom of the screen. So, I remember complaining very loudly when I was learning my fractions. Of course, I'm picking the wrong ones on purpose again to get more quotes out of my absolute fave. This is a buy long free video. We are talking only about Jordan today. So let's tell him that actions speak louder than words. Bingo! I see you've been practicing. You can say all the words in the world, but they won't make a difference if you don't back them up with action. I'll have an even harder question waiting for you next time we meet. Look forward to it. And where exactly are you? You're rather good at this game. Well, thank you, Jordan. He's going to be somewhere beyond time and space again. They don't give you a clue at all. Not to fear, because my Jordan Greenway sensing sense tells me that he's in Cherry Storm Park. It's you again. That's 3 times you've talked to me now. You must really want to play football with me, huh? Or are you just in the mood for more proverb quizzes? Well, I don't mind either way. Well, here we go. This one means that everything happens for a reason. As always, choose the missing word that fits into the blank space. Proverb quiz, question 3. There's no smoke without fire. I was thinking, my first one I was thinking was mirrors, but yeah, it's definitely smoked ham. Now you're making me hungry. It's not the right answer, of course. Be serious. Yes, I will definitely be serious. The answer is wind. Oh, you're on the right track. I guess he has a generic answer for every second best option, but fire is the choice. Perfect, you're right. Are you sure that you're not a proverb master like me? Well, there's only one more quiz to go, and I'll have that ready by the next time we meet. See you later. I think you could just talk to him again. Just one more and that'll be the end of the quizzes. I'll have your final question ready by the next time we meet. Oh, one more proverb from Jordan. I'm going to miss this. But Jordan Greenway's next location, presumably somewhere beyond time, is actually right next to Raimon's soccer club in the past, I'm guessing. Let's work that one out. Right by the cycling club, if you remember your clubs from the very first game. Well, cycling's at the top, but you know, Jordan's underneath this. Hello there, this is the final proverb quiz. If you can answer this, I'll agree to join your team. But this last question isn't easy, not by a long shot. Okay then, let's start. Well, they do say that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. What do you think should go in the blank space? Proverb quiz, final question. A rolling stone gathers no dogs. I see, well, dogs might work grammatically. I think you're barking up the wrong tree. There we go, he gets to sneak in an extra proverb. I do love that this is his little gimmick. A rolling stone gathers no... Do you know what, I think the right answer is moss, so let's go with brown. A rolling stone gathers no brown? I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. And you know what? I don't want to know either, mate. Why was that an option? Let's go with moss to get my guy Jordan on the team. Wow, that's correct. You've answered all my proverb questions correctly. What an achievement. As promised, I'll join you. I have to say, I'm quite pleased. I've really started to take a shine to you. Oh, the feeling's mutual, mate. Oh, how rude of me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Jordan Greenway. Just give me a shout wherever you need me. We never got to see his 3D model, unfortunately, but we can now invite the main man to the team. He's coming with us. That's the wrong menu. Let's add Jordan. This is what I've wanted to do in Chrono Stones since the day I bought the game, and 5 years later I've finally gotten to do those proverbs. And here he is. And he was also a prerequisite to unlocking Torch, but apparently I don't have all the prerequisites for Torch, so I guess we're going to move on to his somewhat lookalike, Xavier Foster. So to go over this properly, to get Xavier you would first need the scrapbook, which is a fairly rare drop from Paul Peabody's battle team at the front of Old Raimon School. Then you need the hologram ball, a photo that you can take in the Football Memorial Museum in the future. Then you need pro photographer, so that's a big step. You need to take a picture of every photo in the game, I think, so that begs the question of why do you need the hologram ball if you also need every photo ever. But if you've gotten Flora, then the same applies for Xavier, and then you can finally meet him in this pathway to Inazuma Tower.
I know you, don't I? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It's just, you looked awfully like a friend of mine. You got the same look on your face. I'll bet you're just as crazy about football as him. I'm sorry, I shouldn't judge, should I? Listen, I'd love to talk more, but I really must be going. Perhaps we can talk later.
And after all those steps, I made it look so simple, but boy, getting all the photos in the game, that's a big deal. I mean, maybe it's just a certain amount of them. Let's double check the achievement, seeing as I don't get to... Yep, pro photographer, 100 photos, you need them all, but especially the hologram ball. But that adds Jordan and... Well, I've not actually done it yet. We've got to accept his friend request. Then we can take a look at Quagmire, who we definitely got on screen, yes, and Jordan and Xavier, and all of the other Flags of the World people at the end, actually. So in fact, yeah, we'll look at the players at the end, because now that we have all three of the alien captains, let's go get them as aliens. They're not going to have exclusive dialogue, but it's worth knowing where they are. So to actually fulfill that, you want to head to the future, and they will be in the downtown area. So I always struggle to find the future in the map because it's got the flag over it. Even now I've disabled the taskbar on the top screen, which you can do, by the way, in the game settings. It doesn't get rid of it on the map select, so you never really want to click on the future. But we have 3 spaces on our team for Janus, who requires you to be a photographer. Just a photographer, not a pro photographer. But obviously his main step is that he needs Jordan Greenway, which is already a massive prerequisite. Flags of the World is so rare, and you probably need a whole load of other stuff along the way too. But Dvalin requires you to have used every training spot in the game. There's only about 10, you just need to look them up and make sure you've used them all. Then we can have Dvalin, and finally, now that we have young Xavier, who took some real doing, we can also get Zine. So no shortage of alien strikers now, eh? And yet there's even more to get, because all 3 of these characters have their adult forms playable as well, even Dave Quagmire. So we'll do them in order, starting with adult Jordan Greenway. Now, Jordan's area of preference is the train station. In order to get him from the station agents, you will need to have recruited at least 3 of these people to make his card appear. And then right at the end, he needs the accurate timetable, which is a drop from some battle team in Raimon. More info in the description. And you need both of his other forms. But finally, adult Jordan joins the team. I've gone from having 0 Jordans to 3 in the space of a day, and this is what I've always wanted. It's just a shame that at the time of recording I only have 2 level 99 competition route matches left to record, so yes, he will not be participating in them, very, very sadly. Next, let's go and get Dave Quagmire. And I tell you something, Dave actually takes quite a lot of getting. First of all, you need the beautiful teacup, which is the prerequisite to getting all of the players from Mount Olympus, the fake final boss from Go 1. Info on that in the description. That will allow you to get the likes of Cronus and even Alex Zabel, who needs you to have the original Axle Blades from the previous video. The only one we didn't have was Quagmire, because he needs that beautiful teacup, and Quagmire and Dvalin. But finally, the adult Quagmire that everyone forgets even exists can actually join us if we dismiss another player. Let's try that again, shall we? It's interesting to note that both Quagmire in his young form and this version as an adult, both midfielders, so when he made that decision to swap positions in Season 3, he actually stuck to it for the rest of his adult life. It is funny to even think about that, because Quagmire, I think, might be the only player in Inazuma 11 history who in the anime has played in every single position. He did do that one match as a defender, if you know what I'm talking about. But finally, we have one more player to get, and he's yet another massive, massive headache to get. Like, I've spent over 160 hours on this save file, but finally I have the means to go to Inazuma Tower in the present day and go get adult Xavier. I wish he had recruitment dialogue, because he could have had his French accent for Zine, young Xavier, and then he could have had his Yorkshire accent for the adult form. But not only do you need the flags of the world to get Xavier, a 5% drop from Team Bolt, you also need Magnificent Trophy, a 5 to 10% drop from Inazuma Legend National. So you need the 2 rarest items in the game and every photo to get Xavier and Zine and Super Striker, the achievement, which we'll double check right now. Super Striker requires you to find it first. Super Striker, no, well that's easy. Score 100 times. What an anticlimactic finish. But after all that, I've even got every single other member of Inazuma Legend National. But the last one you need, by the way, Axel kind of OP, but Xavier will finally join us to complete this video. And that's it. I've never done any of this before, so really enjoyed getting all 3 versions of the alien captains. I can fill a page purely with these guys. If I just like swap Bellatrix into it, then that's it. But actually no, it's only 9, yeah, it's 8 players per column, so I have an entire column only of these guys. But I love them all and very glad to have them. So I'm gonna swap, I'm gonna scroll through all of the other flags of the world necessities in the background while I do as a little outro. So thanks a lot for watching this video. I think that's the end of the recruitment ones, because I have every recruitment item in the game now. I don't think there's anything left that has dialogue, but I'm glad I got to do these 2 little extra bonuses. So it's presumably back to level 99 competition routes now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another video.